This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, glass half full, the Red Sox win. Glass half full, Walker Buehler, terrific. Glass broken on the floor with your dog trying to figure out what's going on and stepping on broken glass. That's the Red Sox offense right now. They take the frustration level to 11, but they managed to win in 10. And with that victory against the Blue Jays Thursday afternoon at Fenway, the Red Sox do avoid being swept by Toronto. We welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime baseball play-by-play announcer, national show host. As a kid of the 1980s, watched Red Sox games on a small black and white TV. Not all of them, but some. Former big league pitcher Scott McGregor telling me on the bus with the Aberdeen Ironbirds way back in 2008, I had more useless information than anyone he had ever met. To this day, I take that as a compliment. Providing reaction to every Red Sox game, win, loss, frustration, no frustration. We're with you on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which you know is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. With our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're discussing Walker Buehler's performance, the bullpen. And has anyone noticed that Tristan Casas can't hit righties? We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation watching live on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Hit that comment button. Join the conversation. As always, we encourage you to like the Locked On Red Sox podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And we do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day. For your second click, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you listen to your podcasts. I'll be hosting later tonight with Lindsey Crosby, as he'll be wrapping up the Braves series against the Phillies. Well, love to start off and going deep into this game, but what it comes down to is Toronto gets a run in the top of the 10th inning, and the Red Sox get 2 runs in the bottom half of the 10th inning. Jarren Duran in the bottom of the 10th, RBI single, ties the game 3-3. Duran caught stealing for the first time this season. In fact, Campbell earlier in the game caught stealing, and that was the first time this year where a Red Sox would-be base stealer caught on the bases. So Duran caught stealing. Devers, a base hit. Bregman hit by pitch. Hamilton into the game as a pinch runner, representing the winning run at second base, running for Rafael Devers. Casas hit by a pitch. Bases loaded, 1 out. Story down in the count, 0-2. Trevor Story down in the count, 0-2. Bases full, 1 out. Now, you want a ringing base hit. This is the way the Red Sox offense is going. Roller past the mound towards second. Andres Gimenez can't make a play. Hamilton scores the winning run. Red Sox avoid the series sweep. You take the win, you get on the plane, and really, I think I would have suggested if they got swept by the Blue Jays on Thursday, I would have said, you know what, get on a bus, give them 2 buses, and let them bus out to Chicago. Take it to a different level. The frustration level right now with this offense should be at an 11. I mean, it's just off the charts. Off the charts. 8th inning, pinch hitter Rob Refsnyder, E5. Duran walk, first and second, nobody out. Devers ahead in the count, 3-1. Big cut, came up empty, 3-2, goes down swinging. Bregman against Garcia, 5-4. They get the force out at second. He reaches on a fielder's choice, 2 down in the inning. And then first and third, 2 outs. Casas, wild pitch. Refsnyder scores 2-2. And then Bregman goes all the way around to third, but they can't get that go-ahead run on in the 8th inning. Bottom of the 9th, Story, leadoff base hit, stolen base, Campbell. Campbell in that situation, I don't care what the analytics are present day, and Campbell will do this, I'm sure, and probably, I would imagine, was told by somebody, no matter what your philosophy is, Campbell in that 9th inning, runner at second, nobody out. You've got to move the runner to third and get that runner to third less than 2 outs. Again, we talk about shortening up. Situational hitting. It's a big part of this mess right now with the Red Sox and runners in scoring position. Campbell lines to left. Did he hit the ball hard? If there are people in the analytics department for the Red Sox who are going to give a star or an attaboy to Campbell in that situation for hard contact, no. Your job in that situation is to move the runner along and get him to third less than 2 outs. So after that, Abreu walked. Rafaela struck out. He didn't put the ball in play. And then one of the new guys, Blake Sable, strikes out on 3 pitches. That was it for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th inning. Had the opportunity. And Will Middlebrooks, first NESN reference of the game, 10th inning, Brennan Bernardino has pitched well. Jays get the runner to third, less than 2 outs. Springer at the plate, professional hitter, 2 strikes. And Will Middlebrooks said it. Why are they pitching to him here? Take your chances. Maybe you roll a double play. Springer gets the runner in from third. And the top of the 10th inning against Bernardino, Blue Jays took the lead. But the Red Sox get the 2 runs in the bottom half of the 10th inning, win it. But I do not in any way agree right now that all is well for the Red Sox. They have a winning homestand. But boy, hard contact, put the ball in play. Bassett pitched well. We'll get into Walker Buehler in the second segment. But it's very little for the Red Sox throughout the course of the series with runners in scoring position. 2 for 14. And in extra innings, Duran, went up there aggressive, base hit. Got Sable in. He was the ghost runner at second. But then Duran cut down. You understand what he's trying to do there. And I give Rafi Devers a lot of credit. A lot of instances, and Devers with a single, you can second guess there. Well, if Devers, had stayed and just let Duran had stayed at first base, then it might be first and second or first and third. Because Devers on that base hit, or Duran, pardon me, again, probably Duran goes first to third on that base hit. And while I'm talking about Duran for a moment, I once again want to acknowledge this guy plays the Green Monster and plays left field at Fenway Park. Night and day over the last couple of years. Was good last year. Wilyer Abreu in right, on the corner in right field, Gold Glove as a rookie. Duran on the homestand did a terrific job playing left field. Knows how to play the Green Monster. Knows to deke base runners. Did it in the Cardinals series with Jordan Walker. And will turn around at the last second, play the ball off the wall. Bare hands a lot of them and fires to the right base. That's a big thing with the Green Monster. Knowing where you're going with the throw. Duran, terrific in left field. Just absolutely terrific. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, hit that comment button and join the conversation. And that's where we're going right now. Frustration, yeah. Alleviated a little bit with the fact that they win it and they didn't give up. And, nothing against Chris Bassett. Got a run in the 6th inning. And Walker Buehler, I'm going to make a comparison in the second segment with Tanner Houck from Wednesday night. And also with the bullpen, boy, you're going to these guys a lot in the first 14 games of the season. Let's hit it. Michael, the Sox got quite a few lucky calls. And you need those. I think both sides were chirping with the home plate umpire on Thursday. And there were some borderline pitches where pitchers were vehement that they were strikes, and I thought they were out of the strike zone. I'm umpiring from my home in Brantford, Connecticut. Smoke Dog, 1982. Well, they stopped the skid. Yeah, and that's what you have to take out of this. And maybe now you play the White Sox 7 times in the next week plus, starting on Friday night in Chicago. Sunday night, Garrett Crochet's on the mound on Sunday afternoon for the finale. You want to be talking about a sweep. White Sox are dreadful right now. Will they be better over the course of the season? Yeah. And by the way, you're going to see a former Red Sox minor leaguer, likely, Chase Meidroth, called up by the White Sox. Saw that on social media. And the Red Sox or the White Sox press release as well. Back to Michael. Shouldn't have pitched to Springer. No. And this is a day where you had Vladdy out of the lineup at the start. And I thought, there's Vladdy looming. Got a helmet on in the dugout, and here he comes to the plate. And he didn't beat you. You dropped 3 out of 4 in the series to the Blue Jays right now, and a lot different from last year. And Dave O'Brien, Will Middlebrooks hit on a lot of points during the series with the Blue Jays. They feel they can win. Vladdy signing the extension Dave O'Brien alluded to it early in the broadcast on NESN Thursday. A lot of people in the Blue Jays organization right now breathing a sigh of relief. We can check that off. We don't have to answer that anymore. We've signed him. He's ours. Long-term, 14 years. Bassett and Gausman, you've got those two guys in your rotation. You got Barrios. You got Bowden Francis. They've got some starters, and they added to the bullpen during the offseason. And maybe with the bullpen, they take a negative from last year and turn it into a positive. I like Hoffman at the end. Smoke Dog 1982, Duran player of the game. Yeah, I can go there. I might look at the lineup a little bit more. If Story rings a base hit, a true clean base hit, I give him the player of the game. Smoke Dog 1982. Just a Dude. Yeah, that's the handle. Just a Dude. What's up with the strikeouts? Seriously. What's up with that? Yeah, well, we've been touching on it. It's not good. Put the ball in play, good things happen. I've said it time and time again, and as it was looking like the Red Sox were going to fall and be swept, I'm trying to figure out a different narrative, a different way to talk about the frustrating 3-4 homestand. It didn't turn out to be that way. But the strikeouts, 10 more strikeouts, runners in scoring position. And a big thing as well, right now, you just got to continue to hammer it home. The Red Sox on that first road trip of the season through Texas and Baltimore, just 3 errors. And I was speaking glowingly of the offense. 3 errors in the first 7 games, all on the road. You come home and you commit 11 errors in the 7 games against the Cardinals and the Blue Jays. Clean it up. Disturbing. I mean, Story has the error that allows a run to score in that inning. And Story should know better. Campbell around the bag probably should have stepped on the bag and gone to first and tried for the 4-4-3 double play. So he might have had just a little bit of, hesitation there. But still, E6, run scores, Guerrero makes it to second base, and the Red Sox were fortunate in that 7th inning. But just overall, again, you don't want to hammer the negatives right now because they end up winning the game. And they come from behind a couple of times. Down 2-1, tied in the 8th inning. Down a run in the 10th, 2 runs to win it. So you hit the positives here, but there are some things that right now with the Red Sox, you've got to look at it and say, it's time to clean it up. You're 14 games into the season. How about that? Blink of an eye. You're 14 games into the season. And right now, there are things you absolutely have to clean up. Comparison, Houck Wednesday, Buehler Thursday, wasted Houck's strong performance, no decision for Buehler. He was terrific, and there's something that I wish Alex Cora allowed them both to do. We get into that next. Glad to have you on board. Locked On Red Sox postcast. We're talking about a 10-inning victory and Sox avoiding the series sweep. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Locked On Sports Boston, your team, your Red Sox every day. Just Ingredients. We are presented by Just Ingredients. Hey, when it comes to fueling your body, quality does matter. That's why Just Ingredients is changing the game with clean, high-quality products designed to support better health and peak performance. Just Ingredients offers NSF certified line of protein powder, electrolytes, pre-workout, and creatine, all rigorously tested to ensure they're free from substances that are banned by major athletic organizations. Just Ingredients has also partnered with 2-time MVP Bryce Harper, who trusts their NSF-certified sports line to fuel his training and his recovery. You are going to love that Just Ingredients is able to prioritize wholesome, nourishing ingredients without the artificial junk. Whether you're recovering after a workout or need an energy boost, their grass-fed whey protein and pre-workouts deliver real results. Just Ingredients. Visit the website at justingredients.us and use code LOCKEDONMLB for 20% off. And for more wellness tips, follow on Instagram at just.ingredients. Again, the website, justingredients.us. Use code LOCKEDONMLB for 20% off, and visit and follow them on the Instagram as well at just.ingredients. Locked On Red Sox postcast also presented by FanDuel. The NBA playoffs almost here. FanDuel right now giving new customers an incredible way to get in on the action. Right now, When you join FanDuel and place your first $5 bet, you are going to get $250 in bonus bets if that $5 bet wins. You will love how FanDuel is able to make betting easy. So easy, whether it's picking your favorite teams or diving into player props. From three-pointers to steals to assists, FanDuel has so many ways to bet your favorite player props. Plus, after the game tips off, you can even combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. Don't miss out. Head to FanDuel.com. Claim your $250 in bonus bets today. Keep the comments coming. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, keep those comments coming. Don't forget, give us a great review, 5-star. If you follow us with the podcast, also give us a follow on the X, formerly known as Twitter, at Lennox on Baseball. Each day before the lineup is posted, and I'm done. I want your pick to click. I want who you think will homer for the Red Sox. I should be done for a while. I'm suspending myself for at least 5 games because my picks don't pan out. But each day you can follow on the X at Lennox on Baseball. Give me your pick to click and or who's going to homer in that upcoming ball game that day or night. Smoke Dog, 1982. Umpire, very inconsistent. Most are these days. Most are. Again, Smoke Dog, 1982. A win against Bassett is a big positive. It is. Walker Buehler, his best start. Yeah, it really was. Buehler and Bassett were terrific. And I enjoy low-scoring games. And a lot of times, low-scoring games, exactly what you got on the Red Sox side against Bassett. You can't squander opportunities. Bassett and Gausman, I like them both. I'm on record with our Locked On Red Sox postcast going back to last season. I like those two guys. And they touched on it with Bassett. He was almost moved at the trade deadline last year. They held on to him. I believe he's in his walk year this year. Gausman's got one more year, 2026, on his contract with the Toronto Blue Jays. I like them both a lot. I have great respect for the two pitchers. Last time I was at Fenway, it was Gausman 2 years ago pitching for the Blue Jays against the Red Sox. But Alex Cora sort of did it with Houck on Wednesday, and again, Buehler on Thursday as well. Buehler pitched into the 7th inning for the first time this year, gave up a leadoff walk, got the next batter, and that was it. Justin Wilson came in, gave up a single to Straw, first and second one out. Heineman RBI single, game tied at 1. And Dave O'Brien mentioned in that instant right there that Vladdy Jr. was available off the bench, came up as a pinch hitter, and double play, grounder, didn't get it. Campbell to Story, E6 on the throw, run scores. And the Blue Jays, not only does Walker Buehler take a no decision, he's that run that Wilson inherited comes in to score. Houck and Buehler, let them finish off the inning the last 2 games. Let them finish it off. With Houck, Wednesday night, I think the runner was eventually left at third base. But right there in that instance, they're invested. Their focus is singular. They want to get out of the inning. I'd rather see them on occasion, every time, no. But both of them were moving pretty well through the Blue Jays. And if you're going to start them in an inning, I really do believe you've got to at least say, we're going to give them opportunity to finish off the inning. I think Buehler probably gets through that top of the 7th inning. His focus was there, had to regroup a little bit, and the only walk he allowed came in to score in that inning. Gave up a leadoff walk, then got the next batter. Give him an opportunity. There's a runner at first, 1 down. Now another base hit, 2 on with 1 down, then you go to the bullpen. But to go to a bullpen, especially after he just got an out, no. So Houck, I was a little frustrated with it on Wednesday. I was really frustrated with it. Again, I don't play a baseball manager. I can second-guess Alex Cora. I can second-guess Andrew Bailey. I can make myself look good. But in those instances, let those guys go. But Buehler pitched well. I mean, he pitched really well. And I had the game story written. I had the thumbnail written as well that we put out there with Locked On. You know, Red Sox swept and waste a great performance. Did it with Houck and did it however you want to characterize it. Houck was solid plus. You want to say great? Buehler was terrific. And that's what you want to build on. Will Middlebrook said with Houck Wednesday night, that's a start he can now build on. Third start, feet underneath him, let's go forward. Buehler, 6 1/3, 1 earned run. And the only walk he allowed scored in that 7th inning. He struck out 7. I would like to see Houck. Just 2 strikeouts on Wednesday. Houck and Buehler, I don't know. If I were talking with Andrew Bailey, I would ask similarities between the two. And they go back-to-back days. Both right-handers. Houck, to me, should be more of a strikeout pitcher. Chapman worked a scoreless inning, struck out 2. He was up above 100 through just 11 pitches. And there's going to be a game, and it didn't happen Wednesday with an 11-inning loss. Didn't happen on Thursday, but I really thought the Red Sox were going to take a lead 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then the bullpen would sort of, give it up. And you could sort of say Wilson did that, giving up an inherited run and then having a run score as well. But Red Sox very fortunate to get out of Thursday's action with a victory. Now you get on a plane, not on a bus like I intimated earlier, but get on the plane, go to Chicago, and sweep the series. Get on a plane to Tampa, Florida, take on the Rays Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, and then into the off day. Sweep the White Sox. Beaten by the Guardians on Thursday, swept by the Guardians. They've, how many losing streaks did they have last year of 5 or more? The answer, a lot. So just sweep them and kick them while they're down. Red Sox do avoid being swept. They were swept 6 times last year, 3 times at home. Tristan Casas, somebody put it on social media, and I was going to retweet it, and I did not. But Casas in the game, 1 for 4 with a strikeout, facing right-handers. I think he was 2 for 39 entering the series finale Thursday against right-handers. As a left-handed batter, that's got to improve, and that's got to improve immediately. Not over the course of the next 2 weeks. You need to see him against righties, and he needs to wear out righties. 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position. That's just ugly. 1 for 11, 1 for 7, 0 for 11 in the first 3 games of the series. And the Red Sox, again, Story not with a base hit, a ringing base hit to win it. A roller towards second that the Blue Jays could not field, and the Red Sox go 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position. That is not good. That needs to improve. Campbell cut down on the bases. Duran cut down on the bases in the 10th. First 2 caught stealings of the season for Red Sox base runners. So now it's off to Chicago. Crochet Day comes on Sunday against his former team, and you've got Richard Fitz and you've got Newcomb going in the first 2 games of that series against the White Sox. It'll be Fitz on Saturday. Newcomb goes in the opener on Friday against Davis Martin, and you've got to take all 3 against the White Sox. I don't say that often. You want to go into a series and win 2 out of 3. No, go into Chicago and take all 3. White Sox losing to Cleveland. They've now lost 8 in a row. That's confirmed. 8 straight losses. So that'll do it for us. We're going to be on within minutes of the final out. Red Sox, White Sox in Chicago on Friday night for game 1 of that series. Buehler pitched well. Red Sox walk it off. Would you like to feel better putting your head on the pillow tonight thinking about the Red Sox? Yeah. But certain things are starting to come together. This team's just got to hit and hit consistently with runners in scoring position. Take the next man up opportunity. The guy in front of you in the lineup doesn't come through. Go to the plate thinking, I'm getting the job done. I'm picking him up. I'm picking us up. Enough of this futility, right? Again, on within minutes of the final out. Red Sox, White Sox series opener Friday night from Chicago with our latest Locked On Red Sox postcasts. Acknowledgement to our sponsors. As always, supporting our sponsors is supporting us as well with Locked On. So a tip of the cap, acknowledging both Just Ingredients and FanDuel. As always, we appreciate you on board with us. Again, give us your pick to click or who's going to homer in the series opener. We'll post that on X at Linux on Baseball Friday once Alex Cora makes that lineup available. And maybe, just maybe, we move around the top 5 or 6 hitters in the lineup. Move Abreu up, move Casas down. Let's see if we find that in the coming days. I do want to mention one more. Forgot it. Out there during the course of the game, the Red Sox signing switch hitting catcher and veteran Yasmani Grandal to a minor league deal. I don't know what his spring training situation was. I'm not sure that he was with a club in spring training. Shame on me. But they've signed him to a minor league deal, and I would expect that Grandal gets a bunch of at-bats, extended or AAA, maybe both, maybe in AA with Portland. But Grandal, I would expect to see with the Red Sox at the big league level. They signed him to a minor league deal. They'd have to make a move on the 40-man roster. That comes once he's game ready for big league action. I love the move. Grandal can go in there. You put Narvaez in that backup role again, and perhaps Sable is the guy who's DFA'd, or he's just sent down to the minors because I do believe he has options remaining on his contract. Locked On Red Sox postcast. We appreciate you being on board with us as always. Locked On Red Sox, number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox every day.